and welcome back to another vlog. I really hope that you're enjoying these. I'm literally in the middle of filming a get ready with me on Tik Tok because I'm going out with my sister and my mum today, and I've put a foundation on which is too dark and we're just committing to it now. So it's currently on my ears and it's also down my neck. But oh my god, I've literally just won a competition to go to Bloom, which is like a bougie restaurant. They do like acts and stuff on there in town, and I've just won for the show on Wednesday to go see their Dirty Dancing show. So I'm absolutely buzzing because I literally entered it thinking my mum loves Dirty Dancing. We were on about going to this months ago and then we just never got around to doing it. I think it's just because it's expensive, so we didn't even get around to like booking it. And I'm glad we didn't now, because now we're going for free. Let's lighten my face up with my little concealer duo. So as always, going in with my Lancome one, but I'm actually mixing it up with the Made by Mitchell one today. I normally go in with a HMB one, but I have actually been loving the Made by Mitchell one too recently. I would love to know, by the way, what do you think about this whole, like, Jaclyn Hill doing that TikTok video saying about how, like, she's not getting the views and stuff, and TikTok, like, punishes her when she's had, like, a week or two off and blah, blah, blah. Because obviously it's led to, like, a much bigger conversation about influencers and just how people are sick of seeing wealth just, like, shoved down our throats and unrealistic and unachievable standards. So I watch YouTube videos where it's, like, people explaining what's going on in TikTok, like, if there's any drama or anything. I watch, like, a couple of people that do that. And I was watching it and I was thinking, like, so much more stuff is being... I'm putting a bit more on because I need to lighten up my foundation. But so many people... her saying about how she does like these massive declutter my Stanley collection with me, which no one's actually pointed this out yet and no one's thinking it, because obviously I watch Jaclyn's content and I've watched her for years, and no one's pointed out the fact that actually when she was doing that Stanley stuff, she was like, I'm addicted to Stanleys, look at my collection. She actually got sent them. She was in partnership with Stanley for a while, and then all of a sudden she stopped being in partnership with them because they were sending her, I remember like back before she moved, they were sending her like, there was like an orange Stanley cup that they sent her. Like, she was getting sent a lot of Stanleys from them, and then she was a Stanley partner, because I remember it being like on a screen text on a video saying that she was like a Stanley partner. So again, that's like making out as if like you have this massive collection because you spent all this money on Stanley and you're addicted to it and it's the best thing ever, when actually it's not. It's because you're a partnership with them and they sent you all of these colours. And the reason like she was like decluttering them because she was like, this is like a ridiculous amount to have. And then since then she's moved on to other cup brands. So obviously I'm guessing her like sponsorship with them ended. I feel like it's just opened such like a bigger conversation of people being like, we're sick of hauls constantly. For instance, Michaela doing like these massive Louis Vuitton hauls and stuff like that. And for me personally, like I watch Michaela's like Louis Vuitton hauls and stuff like that. I don't watch it and think like, oh, I hate my life because I can't afford them things. I just think, I'm not gonna lie, I have to if I don't actually like that she buys. But I'm just a nosy bitch. And it's things that I'm like, I would know, even if I had that money, I wouldn't be able to spend like, I watched a video and it was like $700 for a vest top. Obviously they call them tank tops, but a vest top, and it had like Miu Miu written on it. And it was like $700, and you're just like, even if I had the money, I don't think I'd want to spend $700 on, like, I think that'd hurt my soul still, even though I was rich. I mean, it might be different. I'm never going to be in that position to know. It might be different when you're in there and you're like, money's just, you know that it's, you're getting another brand deal coming in and the mood rolling in. So you know that, like, that's, you probably just earned that in one day. Well, she'll earn that more than that in one day, but you know what I mean? Like, you probably just earned that whilst you were in the shop. But I don't know, I just find it really interesting. I love hearing, like, people's different opinions, and I don't have, like, a strong stance either way to things. Like, I can understand, like, a lot of people say, we like the luxury side, we like to see that side of things, because, like, I don't mind watching them videos. Naturally, you do just compare yourself, don't you? It's a bit of a hard one, because when you're struggling money-wise, the last thing you want to see is somebody else do, like, these massive hauls. I literally have no money coming in, like, I have no income, apart from what I'm selling on Vinted at the moment. Like, that's literally all the money that I have coming in. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I'm lying. I have a YouTube payment coming in this month that's been building up for a couple of months, because you have to hit £60 before you can get a payout. So like my payout's been building up for, I think my last payout might have been October. Yeah, October, when I got my last pay from work. I remember I got paid from YouTube at the same time. So I think my next payout has been building up since the beginning of October. And I think I'm getting like £80 or something, which obviously £80 for YouTube. Buzzing. So I don't know, I kind of get it. I get both sides. I think as well it's like painting unrealistic. It's like just consumerism at its finest, isn't it? I'm gonna go in with my hooded powder because I think that'll actually make my Face a little bit lighter. My mum was meant to be picking me up at 12 for us to go out today, and my sister decided at 11:30 to go and have a bath and wash her hair. So obviously she's not even dried her hair yet, so I have loads of time to get ready, which is fine by me, because literally I didn't get out of bed until like 11 myself. But I wasn't going to bother putting any makeup on and stuff, so I wasn't really that thingy, whereas now I have the time. Hi friends, today is Monday the 15th of December. How are you all doing? I'm really enjoying doing these little weekly vlogs at the moment. I have just filmed loads of videos. I've managed to film some videos. I'm going to sit and edit one of them now because one of them needs to go up tonight for my TikTok, and I've managed to film a YouTube video as well. I feel good, girl. I feel good. I've got like 10 billion different lip products on because I was trying a couple of different things on whilst I was filming my YouTube video, like on top of the lip combo that I already had on. So not only have I managed to get my videos done to do that one to film, I've managed to take everything off my to-do list, filming wise. I managed to send all my parcels. I was a little bit annoyed actually. I went to send my Shein parcel back, right? A full bag full of stuff, and it's got multiple dresses, multiple pairs of leggings, a mouse, a computer mouse, loads of things in here that I needed to send back. And when I went to send it back, they were like, oh, you'll get £30 back for this purchase, for your refund. So I was like, yeah, sound. And then it was like, but because of whatever voucher or something that I've used when I bought the full stuff, now because I've sent in £30 worth of stuff back, something about like the voucher that I've used is like no longer qualified for the order or something. So then because of that, they're going to take deductions off my refund, which I've never known them do before, ever. And I send a lot of things back to Shein because it's very rare that I find things that fit my body. So instead of me getting £30 back, I'd get £10. I'm sorry, but it's not even worth me sending it back for that, because I can sell all the stuff separately and make more than £10 back on the stuff on like vintage. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to keep the stuff. There's a couple of like dresses that I got from holiday. I think there's like two. I think there's like two dresses that I got from holiday that I'm going to see if my mum wants to try, so that she'll give it a try and see if she likes them or not, because she's running low on dresses for holiday anyway, so I'm going to see if she wants them. But even if I give her them too and then sold the rest of the stuff that's in it, like there's a normal pair of leggings, the second pair of leggings is like really fluffy ones, then there's like this gorgeous dress that just wouldn't fasten past my boobs, like I was gutted that it wouldn't fit. That I can sell. There's like the little mouse, like there's so much stuff that I could literally sell all of that on Vinted and make more than £10. Even if I made £15 from it all in Vinted and sold it all dirt cheap, it's an extra £5. Like, what do you mean you're going to deduct it from my refund? Times are hard, man. I need them money. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to edit my TikTok that needs to go up tonight. I'm going to put that up, kicking off my 30-day challenge. And then after that, the only thing that's left on my to-do list is to plan tomorrow's content, which is good because then I can get myself organised, have an early night and get myself up for tomorrow to film, because I want to try and get as much filming done ahead of time. I think I've mentioned this anyway, but I feel a lot better now that I'm reducing my YouTube from 3 times a week to 2 days. I don't know what I was thinking, trying to do 3 days, to be honest with you. But even just trying to think of ideas for 3 videos a week is just really hard for YouTube, because I don't know what anyone wants to watch. I don't really know what YouTube wants at the moment. I am really struggling with it. I feel like I need to sit and do like a proper brainstorm, like what I've done for TikTok. Whereas before, I feel like I could just sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to film a YouTube video because I want to film it. And like, I'd get some views kind of thing. Whereas now I feel maybe it's just YouTube trying to learn, like the algorithm pick back up that I'm back. Because obviously you do, if you've been gone for a while, it's hard to then get back where YouTube's recommending your videos to people. I don't know. I've been looking at all of the drama from like Jaclyn Hill when she's done her video about being in TikTok jail and stuff. It's true. Like, it's definitely true. You do get punished when you haven't uploaded for so long. Yeah, I've been watching a couple of different videos. I think I've watched like 3 YouTube videos about it now and a lot of TikToks about it. And I just find it crazy that people can be so out of touch with reality. I think there's like a huge thing at the moment with influencers and being like out of touch with things. Like I saw somebody use clickbait the other day of being like, I've lost my job, but they haven't lost the job. It's just that they're not making as much money on YouTube as what they used to, so they're going to start putting a bit more effort into TikTok because that's where more money is at, kind of thing. That's where people are kind of watching as opposed to YouTube. But then also saying in the same video that how much she makes on YouTube would cover her bills. And for me, it's just like, that's not losing your job. That just means you're switching up where you're putting your energy as a content creator and you're putting it more into a different platform. When there is people, and a lot of the comments were saying the same thing, people saying like, I've lost my job, I've got no income, I've got no pay, nothing. Like, that is what it's like losing your job, not, oh, I'm losing my job but my job can still pay my my bills. Like, you haven't lost your job, you're just reducing how much you're going to upload on YouTube to upload on TikTok instead. And I love the person so much. Like, I love her channel. I love watching her and her partner, and like, but it just really hurt to watch that. And it was really sad to see that as like a grabby hook. So I think if I wasn't personally going through it, I probably wouldn't have been as personally affected by it. But it actually was quite hurtful, which is my own problem. Like, obviously it hurts because I've just lost my job kind of thing. But what I will say to people is, if you don't like something that somebody said, it's something like that. Like, it's different if it's like a serious thing, but if it's something like that, then just unfollow. You don't have to comment, you don't have to leave hate comments. Just be like, that person is unfortunately not for me anymore, I will unfollow. Simple as that. Because just because I'm hurt doesn't mean I need to hurt somebody else. And I'm only hurt because it's hit me personally, because I'm going through that right now. I'm like, what, 6 weeks into no job? It's not a fun time. And I said this to my mum, and to be fair, I said it to other girls at work when they eventually got told the day before that obviously that my job's not needed anymore, so like the next day would be my last day kind of thing. I said to all of the girls at work, I'm so glad that it was me and not one of the girls who has a mortgage, who has kids and like rent to pay. And like, the girls were like, yes, but it's still not nice that's happening to you. I was like, no, I totally get that, but at least I don't have the worry of like my house being took off me because I haven't paid a mortgage, because thankfully me and Blake are living with his mum and dad at the moment. So it's also, what has changed again for me in the past couple of days is having my iPad back on like a normal case instead of it being like in the little laptopy case, and using that as my to-do list so that I don't get distracted by things that like going on my phone or my laptop or whatever, and then I can just see my to-do list and it's just there. What a vibe. It's the small things in life, isn't it? Thank God past Lucy bought an iPad.